Another way to avoid the brush to lose hairs is to apply some water resistant glue like epoxy super glue around the rim here, and it helps also of course to do like this over a piece of sandpaper or over your hand and see what falls. Okay, when you would lose hairs, there's a lot of hairs here now. When you lose hairs, then I will show you how to pick them up from the varnish work so that they won't stick there. It's very easy. You just do like this with the tip of your brush, and then you get them out with your finger. You get them out of your varnish work like this, very easily, and then you get them out from the bristle, and then you go again over your varnish work because otherwise it will be visible. That's about it. Let's get started with the varnishing. I think it's enough. Mostly I start at one end, and I start with the end grain of that end, which I'm going to do. And what we also need to do is we lift it up, our stick, and just use that varnish as well, just because varnish is not exactly cheap nowadays. Even though I got it from a bargain, it doesn't mean that we have to not be economical. I'm happy they make varnish too. And then we tip it just a little bit in the varnish, not too deep, otherwise you will have a mess. It will all drip here. Be very accurate every time when you go into the varnish to just tip it a little bit. We stoke now the end grain wood. It will absorb a lot the first time. We don't need to apply a lot. It will dry, and the second coat, it won't suck that much because it will. This layer of varnish, the primer layer coat, will make that it won't absorb the second time that much. Okay, next step, we will do the sides and all working till we are at the end. Then we lay it down, and we hold it here. We will lay it down, and then we can work from under and everywhere without problem. Make sure that the visible side, which is the upside, lays up. The underside is not so important, and I will lay them on these very thin lats. They're very thin. And I will lay them there, and it is not a big deal because that's the bottom side. It won't be visible. You can also do it in 2 times. It will only cost you twice as much time than normal. Well, tip it carefully in the varnish and put some dots everywhere, like this. Some dots, tuck, 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 like this. Then we start to make that it goes everywhere. But even. What we want is that it is everywhere the same amount of varnish. And then we do like this into the direction of the wet varnish. And the same we do here, because we don't want to forget those. And the same we do here as well. And I can see how the varnish is sucked up by the wood. It was very thirsty. Like me, by the way, I could use a cup of tea. It's very warm this day, and I choose this day because it's a very sunny day, and we want the varnish to dry. Too warm is not good neither. We don't want it to dry too quickly because that's not good neither. The ideal temperature would be 20 degrees Celsius. And choose a day that is not humid. You can check if it's humid by going with a mirror outside when you do your varnish work out. Oh, we have one here. Look, I lift it up and then I pick it from the bristle and throw it away. Okay, I was telling you how to check if it's a humid day. If it's a humid day, we go with a little mirror outside and we see when we talk to it if it gets damp. If it gets damp, it's too humid outside to do any painting work. Well, I've seen stubborn people even trying to paint in the rain, and I never understood why they do like this. I wouldn't. It's just a matter of patience. Okay, and we just continue the way I told you, like this. And then going zigzag. We go zigzag. Like this. Going diagonally, don't go that way, it will make a lot of splashes. Will never go like this. Go like this, diagonally away from the edge. Diagonally. And then at the final you go with a long grain in the direction of the wet varnish and leave it like that. Oh, a hair again. It's always the same with new brushes. And we do the other side as well, exactly the same way. It's very easy once you understand what the principles are, how it works. You will develop your skill. Okay, this was the bottom side. We can lay that one down already. And I still have to do this side. Which we are doing. And now we lay it down permanently. Don't touch it, don't slide it all the time, because that will cause a lot of stripes on the bottom side of the plank. Now, that side was not done. We still have to do the bottom side and the top side. So very carefully now, so to not let it slide, to move all over the place, the workbench. We finish the top side, going into the direction of the wet varnish. Do the end grain as well. End grain wood. It's not needed to put a lot of varnish on the end grain, because it has to dry. Next time it will suck up lots less. Otherwise you will lose a lot of varnish. And we do the bottom side. Finally, it looks lovely. Lovely varnish work on a lovely day. We have our first plank varnished with the first coat. Okay, I won't bore you by showing all the 8 planks. I still have to go 7. Now I will show you how to varnish the plank supports. The plank supports we will just lay on a little piece of wood, scrap wood. This is the plank support, as I have shown how to make in a previous video. we use a very small amount, so tip it very little bit into the varnish, and we do exactly the same. Started at the end grain, and then do the sides, and the back, and I know do the end grain, it sucks everything and it's practically directly dry, and then I take it like this, do the underside and the sides, and then I'm forced to lay it down to do the top side, and I lay it down like this and do the top side. What you can do is another way is to make, because otherwise the bottom side won't dry, is to get a screw, simple screw, and we put that screw in and then put it in the bench vise like that. It will as well dry, so I will have to do that, because otherwise it won't dry. And we leave it like that to dry. There's nothing more to it. It will dry like that in all. It has the chance to dry at the bottom, and it will be able to dry everywhere. This was the video about varnishing the planks and the supports, and then I will show you in the next video how to varnish the cupboard itself. Thanks for watching.